I'm Ray Pardini Matson, and this is the Coffee Monday podcast. Here, we talk about all the things, the messy, the meaningful, and everything in between that fuels your week. I sit down with people who are figuring it out, leveling it up, and keeping it real all along the way. All right, friends, let's pour into it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is so fun.
It's fun for me too.
We get to kind of, cross paths creatively on other work, sort of fun personal projects, but this is fun in this capacity.
Yeah, so. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, cheers. Coffee, tea, cheers. What do we have here? What are we drinking?
I've got a peach tea, it's just the right amount of peachy.
Ooh, yum. Love.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with a hot latte, which everybody's like, Ray, it's still 100 degrees outside.
Hey, I like just being cold, so any chance I have to be cold, I'm just happier.
I agree. So are you more of like if you had to pick a favorite season, fall, winter?
Fall, winter. I mean, I don't even mind winter. I love the fall feels and everything, but I like to be cold.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't like to be hot.
More than I like to be cold, I really don't like to be hot.
I know. Gosh. What do they call them? The burr months? Here we are in the burr months. It's like, okay, but it's not chilly at all.
But
Where's
in my house
part?
it is.
Is it? What's your thermostat on?
70.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to go in the 60s there for a second.
Our bedroom's in the 60s.
Yeah.
And our curtains are all closed if it's too sunny. You know, we keep it. I like being cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. That's good. So this is obviously making me a little warmer than preferred, but I just also like a hot coffee in the morning. We talked about this. You do too.
I do too.
Right?
Yeah. But I'm also, I call myself new to coffee, and maybe it's been, 5 years that I've been drinking coffee. But
yeah, that's new.
But I'm only a 1 cup person, and I don't want to become like a 2 pot person. So I just am sticking to 1 cup a day.
That's great.
And I need it in the morning. So
yeah, same. So this is a little treat. So Andrea, I don't even know if you remember this. Remember when we did the Fierce Femme feature? It was like right when you opened the shop.
Right.
Okay. RPM.
That was 3 years ago.
Was that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
What? My perception of time is so bad.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's going by so quickly. We were just talking about that today.
So
in a
fast.
Meeting. It's like the event we did earlier this year, Mom's Time Out, was in May. I'm like, that literally feels like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So much has happened since then. I don't know.
Right.
That was 3. So the shop has been open for 3 years.
3 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Congrats. It was
Thank
fall,
you.
right?
It was fall.
Yeah.
It was September, end of September.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Wow. So what have you learned in the last 3 years? Any like major surprises like going into it? You're like, oh, that's really different than I anticipated.
No, I think we had like a very slow start at the shop, trying it out at our warehouse. And then taking over a sublease. So it was just a 6-month trial. So we got to kind of just dip our toes in. And no, I really enjoy it. We have a large team of people. It's not just me. So no, I love it. And I wouldn't say we have really had many surprises.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, there are slower months and busier months, but I think I knew that.
That's part of like the seasonality of retail, right?
Sure.
So let's give listeners some context for those that don't already know what you do. So the Avenue Home Staging and Design, correct? That's the full name? Or tell me the full name.
The Avenue Home Staging.
The Avenue Home Staging, okay. Started how long ago?
11 years ago.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
2014.
Yes.
My husband did a lot of different things. One of them was he was a realtor, and he was selling his buddy's house. And he pulled me in, to the computer, and what should I, does this sound good typed up? And I looked at the pictures. I was like, you can't post this. There's towels on the floor. His bed's not centered. His bed's not made. Like, no. And I've been to the house, and it's a really nice house. And the pictures were just like, no. And so I went in, I asked his permission, and I went in and brought rugs and pillows and art and plants and made it feel homey, and put the furniture on the walls that they should have been on and centered under chandeliers and stuff. And the home got really good reviews from the realtors, and it sold really quickly, and I just had so much fun doing it. And it was sort of just from stuff from our house or things that we had, and I thought that was so much fun. Yeah. What did I just do? And so I kind of Googled random words and home staging, and I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And so I looked up, are there people already doing this in Fresno? And there were 5, and I called them, and most of them were not doing it anymore. And I knew I could do a really good job at this, and I knew I would love it. And so I just started, and we started slow. We did 4 houses our first year, 17 our second year. Wow. I was going around to the different brokerages, bringing breakfast and explaining what staging is and why it's beneficial and how it helps. And then we did 25 homes, and then it was our goal to double to 50, but we did 85. And then ever since then, we've been doing like 150 to 200 homes a year.
That is incredible. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What was your background in prior? Like, what gave you like that eye and interest?
So I've always had an interest in home. My mom was a homemaker and a very good one. And, seasonally things changed, and hosting, she, got out all the things and learned how to set a table and whatnot. And, I remember being young, and we would get sick, and we'd have to go stay in our rooms, and she'd give us old magazines, and she'd staple a bunch of printer paper together, and she'd say, here, cut out some pictures from the magazine and make a book, because that was an activity we could do in the room when we were sick.
Yeah.
And mine was always like house things that weren't even what the ad was about, but it was like, oh, there's like a vase in the corner of this ad for something else, and I would cut out all the home things because I liked home things. And I never had a doll house growing up, but my cousins did. And when I'd go to their houses, I'd beg my aunt to get it out of the attic, even if I was like in junior high. Like, I want to play with the dollhouse. I want to set everything up and like arrange everything, which is a lot like home staging. Putting stuff where it goes. And in college, I rented an apartment and just like had so much fun. But it wasn't like what you would think typical college. It was more like adult looking, And so I've just always had a love for home and making a house feel like a home. And I actually was a first grade teacher, and I taught at Fresno Adult School also. So that's what I went to school for. Mm-hmm. But we got into foster care. And so transitioned out of teaching into just staying at home with the kids and getting them to school and whatnot. Right. And so then when staging came up, we were kind of able to take that on slowly also.
Amazing. So your husband was a realtor the same time you started the staging business. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how many kiddos?
We have 6.
6, and age range, like oldest to youngest?
6 to 20.
I have so many thoughts. I have so many questions. Give me all the parents.
Don't get them a phone. Hold out as long as you can. And also, if they don't have a phone, check every other thing that you think is dead in the house. Any dead old phone, any old laptop, because they're
like magnets to
figure out how to do things.
I'm sure.
And so it's just scary.
It is scary. Yeah. And I feel that so hard. Did you read the book Anxious Generation?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's literally saying what you just said. Yeah. Like, hold out as long as you can. There's research that backs that, all of that. How do you do it all? I feel like we've talked, you're pulled in a million directions professionally now with your growing business. Mm-hmm. You're in a committed marriage. You have 6 amazing children, all ages, all activities. Like, how do you do that?
Well, we don't do it all. I definitely don't do it all. And I have a whole bunch of help in every aspect. My parents live down the street. They help take the kids to school and home from school. Our older teenagers can drive, so they can drive themselves. My husband's great at helping with everything. One of my teenagers is really into cooking, and we've been cooking for a few years together, so he can make dinner. My team, I have like a great gal on my team who can just do everything, and she's like down to do anything, and so it's like so great because I just know and trust that it's going to get done. So it's definitely not all me, because I need like the creative to stay in the creative mindset, and then there's like the whole business side too. It's like, I know.
Where do you think you really spend or would prefer to spend the bulk of your time? Are you more like visionary,
daydreaming, right? Thinking of things? I mean, like we have to think about Christmas in January. We have to order Christmas in January, and then like, what's next Christmas going to be? And then come up with a plan. We have this great thing that I'm obsessed with, which is vintage crystal and like making them into candles, which is what I
my
got you. It's in the
I was
it's in
going
the
to
bag.
say,
Yeah.
I'm
And
so
so
excited. I saw you posted about that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to go in the shop. These are amazing.
So we've been collecting crystals since January, and then now all summer our house has been a candle making factory. And
they're
so anyway, it's just I have to stay in that creative space where I can dream up things, and I usually get, unfortunately, all my best ideas right before they need to happen. And
I know the
so
feeling.
big team, lots of hands, lots of people able to jump in and do anything. They're well trained, they're really talented, and
That's
so that's
everything.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you're good at executing your ideas, or does your team more support you on that? And I ask that because I have all the ideas. I just need to figure out
Well, and I think
the execution of some of them,
I think
right?
that's where having the team comes
Right?
in, and just like trusting, like she's going to be able to handle it.
So you
pass
give
it
them the
off.
vision and
Yep.
take it, and I love that.
And it's like, don't ask me too many questions. Like you know what you're doing. You got it.
You
and I
empower
love
them.
it. And then like with Maddie, our lead stager, so many times like I won't give her direction, and I'm like, this is way better than I could have done. Like I could never have thought that. That was amazing. That was great. And it's all using the same inventory that I would have had access to use. So it's really fun. And then it's just kind of giving people their creative space to use, you know, what they have.
So you had the staging business for, okay, so let me do the math. You've had it for 11 years, and you started the shop 3 years ago. So what, 7, 8 years in,
Yeah.
so many people have asked you like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with these pieces that are in the homes that you're staging. Do you
Sure.
sell them?
Sure.
Right? Is that kind
Yeah. So we've had homeowners, the buyers of the home, ask to purchase specific things.
I
Sometimes the
bet.
whole house.
and you say yes to that?
Oh yeah, everything's always for sale. My husband taught me that. Everything has a price.
I love it.
Yeah, and then at the same time, the sellers of the home would see the home they wanted to move out of done and feeling like it never felt before. So then they'd want us to come into their home and their new home and help with their new home to make it feel that way.
Yeah.
So we've done interior design, interior decorating, and then the shop just kind of came about, like, where do I get that? Where do I get that? And like so much of my time on social media was linking things for people. Like, here's a link, here's a link, here's a link, here's a link.
Yeah.
And then we started buying a lot of wholesale and everything. It's like, we could just open a store.
100.
Yeah.
Well, and then I came to your warehouse. What did you do it was like warehouse sales.
Yeah. So that is so
That
funny.
was before the shop opened.
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah. People love the warehouse
Oh my
sales.
gosh. It was nothing
Yeah.
like I've ever seen, Andrea.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, I should have gotten there earlier. Second of all, people were like, it was like Black Friday.
It was. It kind of scares me. Like it's like, oh,
Because it's amazing pieces, and they
Yeah.
see something.
well, and
they
they're
hop
like,
on it.
get rid of it today pricing. You know,
Yes.
it's like, we're not moving this back into our warehouse.
Yes.
Here you go. And so it's all pieces that we either don't use often enough, or maybe, you know, slightly damaged, or it needs TLC or something.
Gently used. Or
Gently used. But most of it's just like, we don't use this often enough to keep it on our shelf. This is not
Yeah.
what we're grabbing for, but it's still great stuff. And so then we have these refresh, clear out the warehouse, and
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow. I remember
Also,
that. That was
sometimes
like,
we
wow.
just we're not in enough homes at once, so we can't store everything. So let's
I know.
purge,
that's a
and then we'll just
whole, like,
repurchase.
You must have amazing systems in place. When I think about the inventory you have to manage and the logistics of when things are going in and out.
Yeah. And again, the
and
team. We got a
the
team.
team. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. And then staying on top of trends, right? Like ish. Like
Yeah.
you have a very classic, timeless approach, at least from what I've gathered of your work
Thank
over
you.
the years. It's beautiful. But also, right? I mean, do you feel
Oh
like
yeah,
you have
the
to
bigger pieces are more classic, timeless, and then we have a few categories, like a little more modern, transitional, and then maybe like another in between or another option. But then the decor is where we can mix
Kinda,
it up and
yeah.
play with trends.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your own personal homes, like design style?
So I would call it transitional, but it's got like traditional floor plan exterior. It's just a big white box, kind of Father of the Bride-ish. You know, symmetrical walk-in. There's a room here. There's a room here. Formal entry. You know, and that's just I've always liked like this specific home. I would vacation a lot at my grandma's house, and her neighborhood just had the most gorgeous homes. And there was this 1-2-story white house with like ivy growing all over, and I was like, that's the house I want. And so we have creeping fig on our house. Aww. And it just makes me happy. I love symmetry. White's easy. I'm never gonna get sick of that. And then the interior is just kind of traditional, so we can change the decor to be not so traditional.
Love that.
But yeah, I guess I would call it transitional, a little bit eclectic, but like timeless.
Love.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when we were talking earlier, it's like, how do you adapt to these different style homes? You have like a very Spanish style home, or you have a very modern home, or you have, I don't know, maybe an older home with more charm. Like the thing that I was like so impressed by, and I'd love to hear more from you on, is like, you have ultimate design direction, right? Like
correct.
They're hiring you because they know you're the best, you're professional, you have the eye. They don't, there's no room to micromanage the design. Like, no, I don't like that couch. So talk to me about that process. Because I think that's amazing that you built that.
I think that like our work kind of speaks for itself. People, I mean, we're typically in 40 to 50 homes at a time. So if you're a realtor taking people to open houses or going and looking at homes, you're going to come across our homes, and you're going to know that it's ours. And so you've seen our work, you trust it. And so there's really no room for requests from anyone. It's, we do our best with the inventory we have on hand to fit the style of the home, the scale of the home, if it needs a round table, if it needs an oversized table, and then, you know, colors. So even if it's, you know, something that you'd want to mask, or something that we have to make not be such a, what could be a red flag, we tie everything in perfectly just by like repeating colors, and then everything just makes sense and it feels good when you walk in, because buying a home is an emotional decision. I mean, I wouldn't just be like, there's a house, buy it, that's the one. Like it's you have to like emotionally connect to it.
Totally.
And so having that emotional connection right when you walk in of this feels like home, that's what we're really selling.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What area do you cover? Fresno, Clovis?
Oh yeah. I mean, we've gone up to Shaver. We've gone to the coast. People here have beach houses, and so we'll do the coast. We've done San Francisco, but predominantly Central Valley. I mean, we do Visalia, Kingsburg, Selma, Hanford, Lemoore, but mostly Fresno, Clovis.
Mostly Fresno, Clovis. Yeah. What's a fun recent project where you're like, ooh, that was different and cool?
Today's house is really cool. I looked up the address. So I like to give a quote over the phone without having to drive out, just to give a quote. And so I just did like a search, and there were no past pictures of the house. And I was like, wait, so this has never been for sale. And all I saw was gate and bushes covering the whole. And I was like, oh, I need to see this house. So Bibby she does all of our previewing. She went and previewed the house, and I was like so excited. And she was like, it's kind of fun. I was like, oh no, this is amazing. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
and so it's a little, I mean, I don't know if quirky has a negative connotation, but it's just like so cool. It's older home. The outside is squares like this big of molding on the whole entire house. And it's like dark green. I love green. And then you've got these root beer tile floors, and then like a round fireplace with an extra long hearth, windows everywhere, corner windows that open as doors. And it's cool. It's the coolest house. So we brought in, again, like basic, I don't want to say basic, but furniture that's, you know, a little more on the plain side, and then really fun accessories. So like our crock in the kitchen today was this handmade vase of a face, but it's like terracotta, and then it has the spoons coming out of it. It makes me so happy. Because it goes with this house. Like
feels like it was meant for
that. It goes so well with this house.
Wow.
And so the whole home, we just picked different things, and kind of in the mornings we meet up and we kind of make like a mood board of like, okay, for this house, we're going to want to do this, this, and this. And then we kind of have our vibe. and then you pull off of that.
How fun is your job and your company?
It's so much fun.
Wow. Hey, Coffee Monday friends. It's Ray Pardini Matson here with a cozy little update from my go-to coffee spot, Dutch Bros. Their 2025 fall menu just dropped, and trust me, these drinks are everything you need to kick off sweater season. First up, the Caramel Pumpkin Brulee, a returning fan fave that's basically fall in a cup. Think creamy caramel and all the pumpkin flavors. Next, another beloved classic, the Cookie Butter Latte. Sweet and perfect for those chilly mornings when you just need something comforting. And the big news this year, the brand new Candied Cherry Rebel. It's bold, sweet, and the perfect energy boost with a fall twist. Whether you're headed to work, a football game, or chasing the kiddos around the pumpkin patch, these are all great options to complement the fall season. I love that Dutch Bros has something for everyone, so grab your fall fave, snap a pic, and don't forget to check in with Dutch Bros on their app or Instagram at Dutch Bros Fresno for the latest happenings.
Yeah.
I mean, so fun. And how fun to just see all different. I'm so intrigued, and I love just seeing different types of home and design. I love it. Every time there's an open house, Michael is like, Ray, chill back. We're not moving. I'm like, I don't want to move. I love our house.
Right.
I just want to see what's out there. It's so fun to see.
Yeah, and Fresno has a large amount of different types of homes. We have the mid-century, you have Spanish, some a little more like artistic, and then like, you know, transitional, we have a lot of. So whenever we go off of transitional, it's like, okay, pull out the fun stuff that we don't get to use all the time.
Yeah.
And so those are extra fun.
Yeah. So you said what do you call it? The vase with the face, I guess?
Yeah. So it's like a ceramic face that someone made out of clay, but it's a vase, but we're using it as a
what's your process for sourcing this stuff? Like,
if I like it.
Right?
Like
great.
Like if I would put it in my house, and maybe not necessarily this house, but like a house that I had, if I had an artistic-y fun house, I would want that. So there's a lot of thrifting going on. There's a lot of auctions and antique shows and flea markets. That's where we get the fun stuff. And then we have a ton of just bulk, you know, I know I have a kind of boutique shop myself, but I'm not going to hate on Target. Like, they sometimes have great things, and we'll buy 20 of them.
Right. And you clearly, what did you say, had 40 or 50 active homes right now?
Yeah, but our inventory is like 60 plus homes worth of inventory, because we always have that rotating amount in the warehouse.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How long is your inventory in a home? Like, I guess it depends on how quickly it sells, obviously.
Sure.
Do you have like an average, like on average?
So on average, our homes go into escrow in the first 12 days, but then you have a contingency period of about 3 weeks. And those are, I would say, the middle of the road houses. If you have a house on 100 acres, you're waiting for a specific buyer. It's not going to, and I tell the realtors that, like, this one, you know, might not go so fast. And it also depends on pricing. I don't set the price on the home, so I can't guarantee how fast it's going to sell, but
totally a lot of factors.
Sure. Yeah. But our initial fee is for 60 days. So if you go into escrow in the first month, and then there's a contingency period, we'll be out in under 60 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've got this dialed in. Amazing. So
trial and error.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So walk me through a day in the life. Like, wow. Yeah. However you want to position that.
So I'm going to start like the night before. If I can do a day starting at like 8 p.m. and then go to 8 p.m. So actually, I'll start at 5 p.m. So 5 p.m., that's when we know for sure that the next day is going to hold, because we have a whole schedule, but I never tell my team what the schedule is, because it changes 5 times a day. Hey, the carpets didn't get cleaned yet. Hey, actually, we want to paint that room. So can we change the date? Can we change the date? Can we change the date? Hey, we forgot to tell you we're closing escrow today or tomorrow. Can you move out tomorrow? So by 5 p.m., I know what it's actually going to look like the next day. And then I text my team and say, hey, we have a staging and a de-staging tomorrow, or just a staging. I tell them if it's out of town so they can plan accordingly. And then most of the time I will have already planned the staging for that home. But if it's like a one we just got yesterday and then we just previewed it, then I'll plan out the staging. So I'm selecting all of the furniture, style, and layout of the home.
Wow.
And so then we do dinner. We love a good leftover.
Yeah.
We love Grubhub. And
That
if
makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then Landon, our middle son, he's really great at cooking and loves good
said
food.
that.
And
I
so
love that.
he's got some staples he can do. Or I have like a list of, I don't know, 8 dinners that I can make in under 30 minutes for the 6 of us, since we have
Fantastic.
2 out of the house right now. Used to be
Yeah.
8. And then the kids have their evening chores. I have a 6-year-old, so she takes a shower, get her ready for bed. We usually watch The Cosby Show if it's a weeknight. I grew up watching that with my dad,
That is the best.
we love it.
love
love it. Like when Malcolm Jamal Warner just passed,
Yeah.
our whole family was like,
Was, like,
terribly sad.
upset. Yeah.
Terribly sad.
Aw.
So we watched that, and it's still so relevant, and they're
Yeah.
such good parents. And so we love watching that. And then
So
kids go
cute.
to bed, and I will either...
What time do the kids, like, everybody's tucked in, you have some alone time?
Well,
Because they're older, right?
Yeah, I mean, between 8:30 and 10.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and so this is a good time for me to have alone time, and this is usually where I scroll. And it's like, let's look at things, let's go on Pinterest, or I'll just put a show on in the background. Last year it was all It's Complicated, Nancy Meyers. I watched that probably 40 times
I
in
love
like a
that.
summer.
Yeah.
And it's really
So
like
good.
the story never gets old, but it's like, okay, do you see the hallway? I never
I was
noticed
gonna
that. She
say
did.
the house.
She
Yeah.
whatever house it is. So
Yeah.
now I love Home Again with the Fords, so Leanne and Steve Ford, and then Capturing Home, which is so good. I don't think they're going to be making that anymore. There's 2 seasons of that. Really good show.
I love
And
it.
so I'll just, just getting inspo while looking at inspo.
So you're inspired by all these things. That was
Yeah.
one of my questions for you. It's like, what inspires you? How do you find inspiration? You're looking, you're searching.
I love coffee table books, and I have a huge amount at my home, and I love every single one, but I'll be in the mood for a certain one, and it's like, okay, what did they do, and what was that part that I liked in this book? And so and then just kind of like, how can I do that in a staging? So like even in today's staging, it was an asymmetrical fireplace, so it was really long, but like the oval fireplace was here, and then it was really long.
Oh.
So it's like, what do we do on that long part?
Yeah.
And so then going back to books or Pinterest or that movie, what did they do? And getting those pictures for my team for the next day to show them what we're going to do.
Oh, so then that's your inspo. You're pulling clips. You're pulling inspo for the next day. Mm-hmm. Okay. What time do you go to bed?
It's either like 9:30 or 1.
There's a big window there. Okay.
Well, it's one or the other. It's not going to
Oh, really?
really
There's
be in
nowhere
between.
in between.
No, it's like, okay, I
That
need
is hilarious.
to be more alert tomorrow. Let's go to bed at 9:30. Otherwise, it's like, you coming to bed? Uh-huh. You coming to bed? Uh-huh. Do you want me to blow out the candles for you? Uh-huh. I'll be right there. And then fall asleep on the couch, then go to bed. Or, okay, I'm going to fall asleep. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you somebody that needs their sleep, or you can function off of little sleep?
Well, I can fall asleep if you tell me we're going to be there in 8 minutes. Okay, I can fall asleep for 8 minutes. I can just fall
Wow.
asleep.
Like quickly.
Yes.
That's a skill.
Yeah, I can take a quick nap. I love naps.
You nap,
I can nap. Yeah.
Wow.
Not every day I nap. Well, most days I don't nap, but I can.
but you can.
Yeah.
And you just do the short refuels you.
Yeah.
They say that's the best thing for you.
Yeah.
Is short. Don't do it too long.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's like has the reverse effect.
And have you heard of caffeine naps?
no.
So I learned this from Nick Foles. So
Yes.
he, right before the Super Bowl, I don't know what caffeine, soda, coffee, I don't know. And then he fell asleep for 15 minutes, and then the caffeine wakes you up. And it's like the perfect nap, he said. And so
Because it's like in between the time of when it hits, the caffeine.
I guess. So it's a caffeine nap.
Caffeine.
And he did it before the Super Bowl. That's kind of, you have to be, I mean, it must work.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's like pristine in shape. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
See, caffeine, I don't want to say it doesn't do anything for me, because obviously it does.
Yeah, it has
And
to.
people think, oh, Ray, you must drink so much coffee. I really don't. I
But
have
your
one
body is
cup-
expecting it to come.
Totally.
When's,
Totally.
When's the caffeine coming?
When's the caffeine coming?
Yeah.
So definitely 1 cup a day.
Okay.
But also, I could have a cup after, like, let's say we have wine with dinner. I'm getting sleepy, you know, the whole, like, coffee at dinner, latte, espresso, whatever. I could have that and then go to bed.
Oh, good for you.
So what does that mean? I don't know. It doesn't mean I'm immune to it.
No.
You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
I guess everybody's sort of reception to it is different. Some,
Sure.
like my husband's super sensitive.
Yeah.
Like he can't have it past like noon.
Yeah.
Or else he'll be up late.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So we go to bed either 9 p.m. or 1 a.m.
Yeah. It's one of those.
And then we wake up the next morning at what time?
Okay, so now it's 6:30.
Okay.
6:30. I really just get the little one ready for school. The others are all in high school. They can get themselves ready.
Love that.
And my brother-in-law lives next door to us. And
Your brother-in-law's
sister-in-law
next door. Your parents are
down the street. My other brother-in-law is down the street also.
That's fantastic.
And so my sister-in-law's oldest daughter now goes to school, so we share rides. So I'm Tuesday, Thursday drop off. She's Monday, Wednesday, Friday drop off. And then I meet my team out at the warehouse. I outline them for the day. I start with the moving crew, and I go over all the furniture that we're bringing and then outline them as far as what the day looks like, what they have to do after.
So you have your own movers.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. I was
Oh, yeah.
thinking that for you. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah. No.
There's
because
no
it's like
way.
moments notice, like, hey, I need you here
Literally.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you just have to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our
That's
own truck.
fantastic.
We have 2 trucks.
Amazing.
So I outline the guys. They start pulling all of the inventory because they have to pack the truck. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole system of how to pack the truck.
Yeah.
You know, we need the rugs put on last because we need those taken out first to put down.
Makes
so
sense.
you know how to, ground the rooms. And we need all the, and so then meanwhile, the design team is so then after I outline the movers, I go in and the design team and I show them all the furniture, show them all the pictures of the home. Mm-hmm. And how we draw out the layout where everything's going to go. And then we go over colors, what colors we're going to use, and what overall style. If it's going to be a little more modern, if we're at a cabin and so it's got to be cabin-y, or just
amazing.
transitional, or if we want to go a little more feminine because it's masculine, or we want to really lean into the masculine because it's masculine, like what we're kind of going for. And it's all based on who I think the buyer is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. When we were talking about that earlier, I was like, who would you say your customer is, your client, your audience? And you said the buyer of the home.
The potential buyer.
The potential buyer of the home.
Yeah.
That's so spot on.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do you have a good pulse on your inventory, or do you have team members that are like, I know exactly everything? Yeah, I'm sure you have systems and databases and all that.
Yeah, so we name the sofas because we have
I love it.
we have, of the things that we go toward often, we probably have 20 of each of different kind of sofa.
I would think so,
And
right?
so then we name them. And we have our rug system, and those are now by color because I used to have 100 different rugs. And now we still have maybe 100 different rugs, but we also have maybe 20 rugs that we have 50 of each rug, because that'll work in any house. Grab it.
Smart.
Grab that rug by color. Not necessarily the color of the rug, but by the color of the tie that we tie around the rug. That's how you know which rug
That's
to get.
how you know. Mm-hmm. So when you say you name the couches, like a person's name?
One of them is a person's name. And then the other one, we have like the no seam sofa, because we have 2 sofas that are very similar, but one's longer. And the other one has a seam right down the middle. Well, that's the longer one. But the other one looks identical. I mean, the color is barely off, but it's shorter. So that's the no seam sofa.
Yeah.
Because the pictures that I give them to go find the sofa, you wouldn't know. And then we have the slope arm sofa.
So they have
They have names.
descriptive names.
Descriptive names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? So you mentioned the Nancy Meyers movie, and I need to go back to that because this is amazing.
So I had this idea in March, and I thought we always get together for birthdays with our team. We have the shop team, we have the staging team, and then we have just the logistics team. So whenever there's a birthday, we'd go out to lunch, and that's great and that's fun. But what if we did something different? And what if we got together for a movie night, where we watched the film in the time of year that it takes place, and we dress like something in the film. We eat what they have in the film, and also celebrate the birthdays of that month or whatever. So we started doing that, and it's so much fun, first of all. And
the content, I was like, the FOMO was real. I'm like, Andrea, this is amazing.
Well, Nancy herself even commented. She said something like, "This is great," with
Nancy
3
Myers.
exclamation marks.
Literally.
I
So
was
it's
like,
a Nancy
there's-
Myers series, right? Like you're doing
Yeah.
her films seasonally.
Her films. And she has more than these 7 films.
Yes.
But these are the 7 that I watch the most
Iconic.
often.
Yes.
And it happens to be where you can do one movie every month for 7 months, and it would fit into that time period.
Chills. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
genius. Absolutely genius. So rolling this out, was the team like, oh my gosh, so excited? Were they down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
And they dressed like the
They
thing.
dress, yeah.
What's been your favorite one so far? Okay, so you started in March. So how many have you done so far?
Well, we thought about it in March, and we
you
started.
thought about it in March.
That's
Okay.
when the idea came to me, and then I was
Okay.
like, "Wait a second, could this even work?"
is
So
amazing.
May was the first one. It's complicated because it happens right around graduation. Her son's graduating, so beginning of
So
summer,
good.
end of school.
Yes.
So that one was great. We all wore just like a button-down polo. We had aprons made because she has a bakery.
Yes, so cute.
I made homemade vanilla extract for everyone, and we made warm chocolate croissants, and we made
my gosh, amazing.
what is that? Croque monsieur, and I'd
Yeah.
never had it or made it, but we made it,
I was
and it
gonna
was
say, wow,
great.
that was-
And and then since then we did Something's Gotta Give, The Parent Trap. That one was really fun, and
fun.
we just did Home Again, and
good.
and Father of the Bride is coming up next.
So my oldest is 7,
Mm-hmm.
and she's maybe a little young for some of the Father of the Bride humor.
Sure.
But we've been rewatching all the classics from when we were kids, and
Yeah.
and we watched Father of the Bride for the first time last weekend. She's obsessed. She
Oh,
loves
it's
it.
great.
I'm like, it's my favorite movie. How do
Yeah.
you, I mean,
It's a great
there's
movie.
something about the classics,
Yeah.
I love that. That's so fun. So do you screen them at your house? Where do you do it?
So most of them have been at my home. We were going to
Yeah.
watch The Parent Trap up at my cabin, but it was like more of a drive for everyone, and so we did it back at my house.
Sweet.
Sarah on our team, she hosted Home Again, and Jill on our
Sweet.
team is hosting Father of the Bride. She is like so obsessed with Father of the Bride that her Instagram name is Nina because she's so
Stop.
Nina Banks, and so we're hosting it at her house. And I actually just thrifted a little bride and groom cake topper, so that we're having a wedding cake made,
Oh, stop
3-tier wedding cake for the.
You need to wear sidekicks.
We're gonna make sidekick sweatshirts, I'm thinking.
Oh,
And
cute.
then we're gonna like decorate with all like silver, china, crystal, like when they're setting out the gifts on the table.
Oh my God, yes.
That'll be our decor. And
Amazing.
a basketball.
I was gonna say there's
Yeah.
basketball. Oh my gosh, that is just bringing me back. That's the
Yeah.
best. That's
yeah.
gonna be so
yeah.
fun.
It's gonna be fun.
So how is it?
Oh, and we're gonna eat hot dogs. Because remember, you had the hot dog.
The
with
hot dog buns.
buns.
Do
Yeah.
every single time I buy hot dog buns. I just told my mom
Doesn't
that
make any
I bought them
sense.
for my son's birthday last week, and I'm like, every time I buy hot dog buns, I think of
Yeah.
them.
I do
Oh
not
my
want
gosh.
the superfluous buns.
Oh, it's so good. So many good lines in that.
The beautiful floral centerpiece you see on our shows is styled by floral artist Darcy Hovsepian of DH Floral. And the flowers themselves are actually grown and sourced from local flower farms right here in our Central Valley, thanks to the creation of the San Joaquin Flower Collective. As the first and only source for 100% locally grown flowers in the valley, the San Joaquin Flower Collective's biggest mission is to reduce the need for imported flowers for flower growers and lovers alike. By streamlining the ordering process with an online shopping experience, prioritizing collaboration over competition, and raising awareness for our local flower movement through weekly flower pop-ups on Wednesdays from 10 to 12, they're changing the way farm-grown flowers are bought and sold in the valley. As a wholesaler, a retailer, or just a flower lover, you can follow along at SJ Flower Collective on Instagram for their latest happenings and info on their weekly Wednesday Fresh Bloom pop-ups.
So
Yeah.
so that's fun, and you're thinking of ways to engage the team.
Sure.
How-
And just like get together and do something
like
fun.
outside of work.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you, with such a large team and different departments and now having the shop, what's your leadership style? How do you handle that?
I try to be like give direction and then hands off. Like,
you're not a micromanager.
No, we've got a great gal on our team, because I used to be the one at the shop who was bringing in new inventory and like styling it how I'd want it.
Yeah.
Like merchandising.
Yeah.
And I've never ever worked retail. I mean, I shop, but I've never worked retail. And she has, and she's done visual merchandising. So I'm like, this is for you. And she's like, do you like this? I was like, don't even ask me that, but show me at the end, and I'll just tell you if I don't like it. And I love it. And I'm like, I would have never done this. This looks so great.
So great.
So it's really nice handing things off. And then honestly, so going back to the what does a day in the life look like?
Yes.
I
Okay,
do
so where
have
did we leave off,
downtime.
though?
So I have outlined the team.
Yes.
It's
what time is this?
8 o'clock in the morning. AM.
Wow.
So before 9, I'm done and I go in the house. And this is now my return every call, every email, plan for tomorrow. What are we behind on? Going over everything with Bibby. Bibby's like my right-hand gal. She has to remind me of things. She knows more what's going on than I do. And in most of the things. And then executing things, working on projects. If we've got our candle making machine going on, it's reheating the next batch of wax, and then go over and do this and what's going to be for dinner. But there is like downtime to breathe and think. If I were still staging myself, there would not be that, and I don't know that I'd be able to take on more.
No.
With the
No
shop
way,
and things like that. Right.
Yeah. So the shop has been around now for 3 years, and you mentioned just lots of inquiries. Like you said, you were linking stuff constantly. You're like, I'm going to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
So tell me about the kind of start of the shop and location and concept and all that.
We started actually out of our warehouse. We were having one of our staging warehouse sales.
Yes.
And like a week before, I was like, what if we just on this side open up like a shop of brand new items, because we're selling all like used, staging gently used. But we have all this new stuff that we buy wholesale. What if we sell it here? And we had a line out the door, and we were open longer than we wanted to be open. And we're like, we could do this. And so we just started being open one day a week. It was Fridays from 10 to 2. And it was just on the little side of our warehouse behind our home. Mm-hmm. And people came. And
amazing.
It was
How'd they
great.
find out about it? Just through
Instagram.
Word of mouth, Instagram?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And then a spot in Old Town Clovis became available for like a 6-month sublease. And I was like, well, this is safe. Like, if it doesn't work out, if we lose a bunch of money, it was 6 months, and it's not like signing a 10-year lease or something.
Yeah, that feels good.
So we did that.
And you're used to the logistics of moving. So clearly
we've got a team that can move everything.
Yeah.
So we opened that, and that did really well. We got a lot of, what about furniture? Do you have anything bigger? Because it was a small space. It was mostly, small items. Mm-hmm. So bigger. So then I found a space over at Pavilion West on Bullard and West, and it was much bigger and still not huge, like not too scary. And so we signed a lease there and opened, and the community welcomed us. And it's a great go-to for designers. We get a lot of designers coming who are sourcing for their clients. So that's great.
Yeah.
And got some fun gift things, so people come in for gifts. And again, I'm not there. We've got a fantastic manager and gals that work in the shop. And so it really allows me to be a little more hands-off. I still do all the sourcing, so I'm still selecting everything that goes in.
Which that's the fun part, right?
It is. Well, that's where I get to use my creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
you said you typically buy like a year not a year, but sometimes
for Christmas,
right?
You got to buy a year in advance. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
How do you, like, silly question, but how do you know what the trends are going to be for that year for holiday, for example?
I don't think you do.
You just kind of go off of.
And I think like it just kind of slowly mutates. So like whatever this year, like let's go off of that. We're not going to completely change and make it something completely different, but let's like, how can we tweak that? What do we want to take away, and what do we want to add?
Love.
Yeah.
And then let's talk holiday reveal, because I went last year to the shop. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Just Talk to everybody about that.
That's coming up here in a couple of weeks, mid-October. We're going to have our holiday reveal where it's usually on a Thursday night, and we invite whoever wants to come, and we usually serve little treats and play Christmas music and turn the AC way down and show everyone what they can expect this Christmas, and they can start purchasing Christmas. And even though people don't maybe put out Christmas in October, they kind of start gathering, and the big box stores even before October, so we have to put out Christmas early for that reason.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I do feel like we kind of talked about this before, but like people are starting earlier and earlier just to think about and decorate for the holidays earlier. Are you seeing that?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's wild.
And so it's a little bit tough because you want to live in the moment and you want to enjoy. I know for me, like, I don't like decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving because I really like Thanksgiving and I don't want it to feel like Christmas.
Yeah.
This year we have to. We're going to be on the La Comida Guild Christmas home tour.
You are?
Yeah.
Andrea, that's amazing.
Yeah. So we definitely have to decorate.
I go every year.
November
I'm so
1st.
Excited.
Yeah.
December, whatever the first Friday of December
the first Friday
is.
of December.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So wait, say it again. When do you have to decorate?
Probably beginning of November. Yeah, because it's
Wait,
want
why,
to touch
though?
because you want to touch on every room and you want to make it good because
So
1,000 or more people are going to come through. And then again, like I get my ideas later, so it's like, oh wait, what if we do this? And then there's still time to execute. We won't have our tree up because we won't have it yet because we usually get a live.
So you're a real tree
like
gal.
15-foot tree if we can.
15 feet.
Our ceilings are 20, so
yeah, that's to scale.
Get a big tree.
That's amazing. Do you go to pick it out?
Oh yeah.
What's your process? Oh, fun.
Yeah. It's usually, we don't cut it down ourselves or anything. It's at a lot, but they have big trees. Yeah.
15 is
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
And do you decorate it? You have a team? Help?
So I'm actually pretty minimal when we get a 15-foot tree. It's lights, some type of fabric-y garland or ribbon or something, and then maybe that's all. It depends.
No ornaments?
Well, I do bowls of ornaments everywhere. So and then we have more than one tree. So we have an entry tree. We maybe have a kitchen tree, or there's one in Leslie's room. So there's Christmas everywhere. And sometimes we do ornaments, but like imagine the amount of ornaments on a 15-foot tree. That's a lot of ornaments.
That's a lot of ornaments. Yeah. Do you have a special tree topper?
No.
Mm-mm.
And you know what I regret is when we got married in 2006, it was really out to have those personalized trees with all the, memory ornaments on it. And I was like, no. We are going to have a pretty tree, and that is all. And so we never collected. And I mean, I could start collecting now, but it's like, I missed out on like almost 20 years worth of collecting fun
like
ornaments or like the kids' little handprint kindergarten. I don't think I have those. So, but it would have been nice to have one of those trees. I wish I would have done that.
That's kind of where we are. It's like very like. You could tell children live here. Like, it's not like, I mean, I guess it's pretty-ish. It's fine. And then my mom got my sisters and I all matching tree toppers.
What is your tree topper?
Angels.
They're
nice. Like wood-woven angels. They're pretty.
Fun. Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to have that together. I just love the tradition of Christmas and how everybody kind of puts their own spin on it. That's amazing. You're going to be on the home tour.
Yeah. Do you save all of your Christmas cards?
I do.
Okay, good. We do too.
Yeah. Although I probably could do a better job of how I'm saving them. So I keep them all in a coffee table bowl so that guests and the kids love looking at all of them, right?
Right.
I've displayed them 1,000 different ways, but it's to the point where I'm like, the bowl is most functional. And then I really, honestly, just put them in like one of those keepsake boxes from, like Home Goods or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could. What do you do?
We hole punch them.
Okay, I have a friend
do
that
the
does
ring,
that too. Yes,
and then you have all the different years.
Yeah, Kim does that.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
That's
it's great because
idea.
usually you get them from the same people. So it's like, oh my gosh, look at them from 10 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Which I was just talking to a friend about Christmas cards. Gosh, that comes quick too.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's a lot, but also love getting them.
Yes,
right?
Love getting them.
So it's like one more thing, but also really special to get the mail. My kids love getting mail. It's so funny.
Oh yeah,
so
mails. You got to get your kids like stamps.
Oh gosh, they would lose their minds.
Oh yeah, envelopes and stamps.
Oh my gosh,
I was such an easy kid. I forget what Christmas it was, but I got a like hand-me-down desk from someone in our church.
Oh, love.
But my mom put like envelopes, pens, stickers, stamps, paper, and I was flipping out opening lined paper for Christmas. And then my sister got like Barbie Dream House, and my mom probably spent like $40 on me. But I loved it more than my sister loved. I was like, oh, I'm going to sit at this desk and write everyone I know a letter.
I know. Gwen my oldest did a little etiquette class with Kiara.
Oh, how fun.
And part of her suggestion was thank you notes.
Yeah.
So Gwen literally comes home. She's like, Mom, Mrs. Sill said that I need to get my own stationery with my name on it.
Yeah,
she didn't even know what stationery meant. I'm like,
I need monogrammed stationery.
So everybody's getting a letter from Gwen at this point.
Now you mentioned thank you notes, which made me think of okay, so now after dinner the kids go to bed. Also love Jimmy Fallon and the Tonight Show. Really like him. I really like him. I think that if I could buy the house next to them, I would coerce Nancy into being my friend, and they would just love me.
I love his sense of humor.
Yeah. And he can laugh at himself.
That's why.
He's so nice. He's so likable.
He is. Yeah. You're right. He is. That's a good quality.
Yeah.
So who would you, like celeb-wise, would you be starstruck if you met like Nancy Meyers, for example?
I would cry. I would definitely cry.
Think?
Yeah. So the piece of art I got from Home Again that I cried when I saw Hallie's signature on the back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cry right now. I was like, oh my gosh. I'd cry if I saw Nancy. Yes. Now here's the thing, I don't know if she'd like me. Like I don't know. Like
love you.
Like,
are you kidding?
Silly woman. Like oh my gosh. No, I would be celebrity best friends with Jimmy Fallon if I could have a celebrity best friend.
Yes.
But yeah, Nancy, I would just not know what to do. I don't think I could even talk to her. I'd just be like, oh my gosh.
I don't strike you as somebody who would be starstruck. So when you said that, I'm like, oh, that's
I
really
totally
sweet.
would.
Really?
Oh, I think so.
So are you the type to be like, hey, can we get a selfie?
I did take a selfie in New York once with Nene Leake's husband, Greg. Because he was walking by himself. I was like, Greg! And we were going to see Nene as the stepmother in Cinderella like the next day.
Yeah.
And so my friend Liz was with me, and I was like, Liz, come on, because he said we could have a selfie, so we took one.
I love it. I love it.
So I would do that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
With the right moment,
person.
the right person.
Yeah.
So you do have time in your day, kind of.
Yeah.
We've touched on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But to your daily thing, what do you do to sort of decompress and clear your mind? I
listen to music every second. I wake up, turn on the music. It has to be turned down when my husband gets home, but I think better with music on.
Really?
And a lot of the time it's just instrumental.
Okay.
I can't do words when I'm thinking. But I love cooking with music. I love working with music, working out, if you call it working out, with music, and stretching. So I would say music kind of.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
Well, it's instrumental. So I listen. Well, okay. So Hans Zimmer. I mean, I will honestly listen to any Nancy Meyers soundtrack.
You're really,
Yes, very well. I mean, they're so good.
They are.
And I know she doesn't make the music and make everything on the set and write and direct, but like she's approving everything, and people get her, and it's her vibe because all the movies go together. So love those soundtracks.
Love.
And just like a good.
Like if you were to go to a concert, who would you go see?
So I have a friend, Aaron, and he's unbelievable. He's an unbelievable singer. I would love to just go hear him. Yeah, because he's like my very good friend. So you can't just be like, hey, sing, you know, because he's not going to do it. Just like you can't walk into someone's house and be like, hey, check out this mole on my back, like with a doctor.
With a doctor.
So whenever he does sing, it's like, okay, everyone stop everything and let's just listen to him. So we've had him at our birthday. We've had him at New Year's Eve once. It was really funny because it was supposed to be just like music, but everyone just kind of stopped and sat and watched the whole night. Anyway.
So he's a singer.
He's a singer.
Yeah. Love.
Yeah.
Gosh, I appreciate musicians so much. I do feel like you're kind of born with that gift.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, the good ones. Because there are some that are just like, well, you're just famous because you're famous.
Yeah. There's a lot of filters and tones and all that.
But they have to have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then back to the 5 o'clock sort of routine of figuring out dinner.
Kids come home. Snacks. Dinner, making sure we now know what's going on for the next day.
So it sounds like the village is real for you. Like you have family, you have friends, you have a great team.
We have a great team.
Right?
Could not emphasize more that I could not do it without my team.
Right. They seem amazing.
Yeah.
And
the Avenue wouldn't be what it is without a large, talented team.
Do you have do you train them? Do you probably have people that help
train
them?
So whenever I hire someone new for whatever I'm hiring them for, I do it with them for a while. You're going to watch me, do it with me, kind of like in teaching, like watch me do it. Now let me do it with you. Now do it on your own.
Your background as a teacher. Hello.
Yeah. And so then just kind of hand it off. And I'm always available. So that's the other thing I do from 8:30 to 5:30 is text, answer my phone, call someone back. And it's just, I get interrupted every 3 minutes. So when we're done with this, it'll be 17 missed whatevers. And so that's also why it's hard to be the lead stager myself or work at the shop myself, because I have to keep the whole thing going.
Yeah.
Just responding.
And I feel like you're always so calm, cool, and collected. Like I've never seen you get
you haven't seen me that often then.
I don't know. I don't see you getting worked up. Like you.
Well, I mean, I've been through enough highs and lows, and it's like, all right. And if it's real bad, it's like, well, we have to get through this, so let's just get through this.
Let's just get through this,
and we'll cry at night. It'll be a 1 a.m. night.
Right. Well, what advice would you give to another female founder who's getting started, wanting to grow her business, and her family is at the core of her values? What advice would you have for her?
One, there's nothing like owning your own business. There's nothing like being an entrepreneur. And if you really love what you're doing, it really doesn't feel like work most of the time. And two, hire people. You're going to make less money, but you're going to get your time back, and that's kind of invaluable. And you don't want to go crazy with it not being able to run without you. So build it yourself, which is usually what you have to do. And then as soon as you can hand off something.
Right. Just life. Like you can't be in 3-4 places at once, right? So with the shop and with the staging and now your newest venture, let's talk about the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's
this is really exciting. Yeah.
Tell us thoughts on getting that started. And
the thought really came from our film crew that we work with. They, we were doing so much content, and for these 30-second to 1 minute reels, like, you should have a YouTube channel. And I was like, nobody who watches YouTube, and they're like, a whole bunch of people watch YouTube.
Millions of people.
And I was like, well, I don't watch YouTube. And so then we didn't do anything. And then again, you should do a YouTube channel. I was like, well, what does that even look like? And then they told me about it. And finally I was like, we need a YouTube channel. What do we need to do? Here we go. Let's go. And they did all of the deep diving into how often should you upload and what days and what times and what to include and whatnot.
Amazing.
And so then we just film a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So 2 days a week we're filming. Not always with me. They're filming right now without me. And
which is great, right?
Yeah,
get the team involved. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so, and I think the other kitsch, I don't know if kitsch is the right word or if it is a word, but for us is home staging. There's so many designers and wonderful designers, but on YouTube, there's not a lot of home stagers who are showing you the day in the life of a stager.
Interesting.
And there's a lot of before and afters. Here's the room. Now here's the room.
People love a before and after.
But also the behind the scenes people love. What are you actually doing? How do you do it? Why do you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
great.
Yeah.
Episodes dropping weekly.
And then we also are throwing in a little bit of personal things that Daniel and I are building or doing right now. We're building a new warehouse for staging because we've outgrown ours, and then the new warehouse will become a second shop location, which we haven't announced yet, so yay. And just our cabin and just other things that we've done. We the whole point of doing YouTube
tell me
is that we've done so many fun things that are just oh yeah, we did that. like, no, that's a big deal. That's really cool. Like, no, I mean, we've done 15 things since then. And I designed our house. My husband built it in 7 months. And like
your husband built your house in 7 months?
He did. Wow. He can kind of do anything.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
sounds like it.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
So like we would do kind of anything to have been able to watch that. Like building the house and why we did this and how things are going. Yes. And so now it's like we got to capture this stuff for ourselves for when we're 60, 70, 80, like, right. So it's to share with others, but like it's for us. And so that's kind of the why behind it. Like, let's be able to watch this. And then even like when we're gone, like YouTube's still there, like kids can watch it, and
isn't that great?
Grandkids and everything. So it's just really fun. And it's almost, we would never want a television show, but it's almost like it.
Ask you that. No. Like, what if somebody discovered you through this? And no
way. No way. Now I would go on.
You're so comfortable on camera,
show, like as a guest. I mean, nobody would want me as a guest, but if like somebody, I would do that.
Like a guest, maybe. Like judge or something.
No.
Contestant?
I do like like
like what?
I don't know. Like, I'm not a baker, so but like if Ina Garden was like, come do like. I don't even. I would maybe let's just say no to TV, but
yes to YouTube, and they're fun and they're short and they're very entertaining.
Thank you.
And I do love the mix of personal and professional.
And I wish that I could have looked at something when we started a staging company. I've had a lot of stagers contact me and call me, and I love talking to people starting their staging companies who don't live near me, because I can tell them all like the things that I would have wanted to know, all my secrets, and they seem to love it, and I love sharing about it. Like, hey, don't do this. Definitely do this. Watch out for this. And so I think that even just that part of it that another stager could watch.
Well, also, didn't you say, like, full circle moment, when you got started, you literally looked up who were the top 5 and reached out to them and wanted to know more.
Right.
And they were not
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Kind of paying it forward to those that are getting started.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. And I think it makes such a difference. I did go through like an identity crisis a few years ago. Like, what's my purpose? Staging, putting furniture in a house? That's what my life is. How that has no purpose. That doesn't do anything for the world. I'm a terrible person. And then it was like, well, okay, hold on. No, like God is the ultimate creator. He likes things pretty. Like, he makes the sunrise and the sunset and everything. Yes. And like, I like the way my house feels. I'm helping people to get more money for their house. I'm helping the houses sell. I'm helping someone fall in love with the house. And I'm providing jobs to other people. Like, this is okay. There's purpose in this. And, and so I think it's it's definitely necessary. A house can sell unstaged, but it's, you're leaving money on the table if you're doing that. So, and it's just such a great creative outlet. I think what the whole job has done for me, by giving me this creative space has been the best thing for me.
What about your kids? Do they show any interest in the business?
2 of them do. The other 3 passionately do not. Or let's see, the other 4. The other 4 passionately do not. Yeah.
So 2 of them do. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, Leslie, our youngest. So all of my girls, I have 3 girls. They all had doll houses when they were little, because I did not. And now Leslie's the youngest, so she has all 3, and she has all the furniture. So even last night, after getting her ready for bed, she wanted to play staging. So we call it staging, not dollhouse.
Staging.
So
that's
we
adorable.
were staying all the houses. Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
And so she's very involved. We have our, get-togethers with all the Avenue girls. And she's like, well, I'm an Avenue girl. I'm like, yeah, you are. You're an Avenue girl.
That's sweet. Yeah. Well, as we were saying earlier, it's like life of an entrepreneur. If the kids need to come to work with you that day, they're coming to work with you that day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Andrea, this was lovely. I am so inspired by you. I feel like this was just so fun and so educational.
Very fun.
I feel like, so you talked, kind of in closing, you talked about boards, right? Pinning boards. Do you believe in like vision boards?
Oh, yeah.
So did you make one for this year?
I have like an ongoing one. And I take things off of it and put new things onto it as it like reflects me in that moment. So
I love that. So it's more fluid.
Yeah.
Which I've done a lot of research on creating like impactful vision boards. I've hosted a couple of workshops the last couple of years for it, just for fun. And it does say that. It says like evolve, like don't feel like whatever you put on there is so permanent, like, because that almost could be discouraging, right? You have something on there that is like not, resonating
it's not for you for that moment.
Yes. And then you feel discouraged, and then it's totally like having the opposite effect, right?
Yeah.
So what is something on your current vision board that you haven't done yet that you're hoping to accomplish this year? Can you think of something?
Well, so we're doing a lot more than we thought we were going to do, even just like the new warehouse, and then our current warehouse becoming the next shop, and some other things possibly in the works. But one of the things, I have like a little saying on it, because I have a lot of words too, and it says, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. And I think that just helps me like with anything possibly negative in my life, like, okay, if I don't change this, then I'm choosing it, and I can't complain about it,
right?
And so it's like just being self-aware of that. So that's the one I kind of
have clearly been resonating with this year.
Keep this in mind.
And you clearly do well with change. You're nimble with
I'm
change.
a quick decision maker, and we do well with change.
Your husband is the same way?
Same way.
That is fantastic.
So a perfect example, Christmas 6 years ago, I get a call, hey, your kids have a sibling, she's a baby, do you want her? And I didn't even consult my husband. I was like, yes, we will take her. And then I told him, guess what we're getting for Christmas? And he's like, what? And I was like, a baby girl. And he's like, how when? I was like, in a few days. And then we had 6 kids. And like, we didn't, it was just like,
but you know that about each other too, which is sweet.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you. This is a huge year of change.
Yeah, it is.
In all the avenues, no pun intended. So we'll make sure to link your social media pages, your YouTube, and share information about the holiday reveal once that comes too.
Yeah, lots of holiday stuff.
Lots of fun stuff ahead. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. Cheers again.
Cheers. Thanks for listening. Feel free to rate and review this episode here, and connect with us on Instagram if you have any thoughts, questions, or any guest suggestions. Thanks.